Hi, just going to do a really quick tarot. We're going to keep going with that, and then I'll work some other systems. Ace of Swords. Okay? So, with the Ace of Swords, it's the beginning, obviously, and swords are intellect and ideas, thoughts. So with swords, the suit of swords can be very sad. That's some of the hard times in the Fool's journey. But a lot of that is because, now we're at the ace. It's the beginning of that. Later, if this is reversed, sorry, it's hard to, if this is reversed, then this is not having a grip on your thoughts and not being able to look into your own subconscious and your own problems. You're not being able to do your own shadow work. And then you, like with the, Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, where the damage is in her mind and it's just ruin, total ruin. Ten of Swords. Because the things that we think, when you sit at night and you think, I think this about this, or whatever, it might seem insignificant, but you're feeding your own self what you really believe. Or if somebody says something mean to you, and let's say somebody calls you fat, you can decide if you want to believe that and feed it, or you're going to decide that, well, I don't give a shit, how low of them, they must be having problems. And you put that in its proper place. Ideas. So, but as you can see, it's very easy to take an idea and have it stab you in the back, literally. This is your own thoughts. Yes, other people influence your thoughts, obviously, but you are the one who is deciding what you want to accept and not. And especially as you're an adult, it's your job to do this shadow work and decide for yourself what you're going to keep that works for you and what you're going to get rid of that is going to make your life worse, give you nightmares, and probably make, let's say you have psychiatric problems, that's going to make that worse as well. And a lot of us have mental problems. I might be included in the bunch, or at the very least, it's very easy for me thinking of me as the Queen of Cups. Her dark side is that by understanding the emotions of others, that's very easy to get lost in that imagery that of other people's emotions and then not know what you think. So decide what you think and make sure it's connected to Pentacles, reality. Make sure it's also working with emotions. Have a complete sort of world view that goes together. If your world view fights each other in some way, your pentacles, your earth element is fighting your emotions, or that's fighting the way you feel and the way you think are at odds, it's going to cause you real problems every time. And it's going to be in a subconscious way because you don't understand it. You can't bring it out, look at it, and put it into this perspective. So, you got a grip on your thoughts. And I don't really have a story for this one because it's just the ace. But we got like an olive branch and a crown. But there's clouds, as you can see on the other side, right here. There's clouds, and that means it's easy for you to get your thoughts clouded, as I was mentioning. And the olive branch and the crown, though, they represent the chance for victory. You're just starting out. If you get think about it this way. You're sitting around, sure sometime Pablo Picasso was sitting around going, I think that I should paint. Or Ozzy Osbourne was thinking, I think that I should sing. This has to start in the astral plane as thoughts. And if it comes to fruition, you've got this Ace of Swords, you want to keep going because you're headed in the right direction. And your thoughts are guiding. Now remember, I mean, keep that sword in your hand this whole time and use it to cut through what other people are feeding to you and decide what you think. Use it as a weapon to defend yourself. In this world of subconscious bombardry and social media, too much social media and too much this and that, take that time out to decide what you think. Then you will be able to overcome this painful suit of swords and go through that, and then be able to eventually experience the minor arcana through, the major arcana through the world and stuff. And then you look at the other cards around it, but if it's reversed, get a grip on your thoughts. It might, and that a lot of times has to do with, if your plans, what you're thinking, they're not realistic, you're not going to have a good chance of actually executing your plans in reality. And it's time to, since it's just the beginning, it's the Ace, it's time to rethink your ideas before you're going to put them into action. You still have a chance, you're just starting out. So refine, keep working at that. And that is really the idea here with the swords. And the suit of swords is my least favorite. I really like the cups, probably the best, but that might just be because I like emotions and water, and that's my strong suit. I don't really think anybody likes the suit of swords as their favorite. It's just very dark, but it's necessary. It's necessary for growth. And the tarot, it's not spooky, or that it's something that, let me tell you your fortune, kid, okay? This is just, you can look at the tarot in a secular way. We're all going to either experience this firsthand or through the people that we know in our lives. When you see somebody struggling with something, or you see them do good things, or they're elevating, you're experiencing that by, as a byproduct by being in their life. And that is what the tarot is really just, of course, mentalness. And the suit of swords is really saying, be careful what you think, because what you think, like, it goes both ways. What you feel affects what you think. But at some point, the way to really temper what you feel and what your emotional state and response will eventually be to what you want it to be, you've got to decide what you think, and then eventually your emotions will follow, your feelings will follow. They're all connected, and there's not logic over here and then your emotions are over here, and they're separate and they don't really have anything to do with each other. That's certainly not the way it is. Your thinking, your conscious thinking is feeding off of your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is projecting that into your conscious mind. And then if it's not, brought out, like I mentioned, then, you have it expressed as dreams and nightmares, and all that kind of stuff. So that's how this works. They're all really connected. So until the next video, take care, guys.